this one's gone.
Incomplete.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face. It just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral. Because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdowns.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got it at the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive line.
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And this offense continues to pour it on. Now Gould for the extra point. And the lead grows. Even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive, 4 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. Now a hit and a a loose football. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in.
Touchdown, 49ers.
So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Gold to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass for...
He's got daylight. The 20, 10, 5. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
The ball carrier.
David Montgomery, 70 yards. And the Bears are able to make things a bit more respectable. He has been an integral part of the offense all season, and now in the playoffs he's carrying it over. Had the touchdown last week in the wild card game. Now his second TD of the playoffs.
Showing some consistency, and that's something that we have to keep in mind about the playoffs, because we often think you have to be spectacular in order to win. I think consistent is what you're looking for. That can get you to the finish line.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here. A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though?
Absolutely. And now nothing but green ahead of him.
I'm going to show you, man.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And this offense is running away with this one. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. And I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
Now Gold for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6.
Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds.
That drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Foles going to lead the Bears to the line. 1st and 10 at the 40. Now back to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, you know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 39. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for them. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for them here.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
First and goal.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. They'll set up to throw to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Mostert. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Ball carrier. He was brought down.
They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. You're watching and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. From the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way.
Touchdown, 49ers.
They seemingly just continue to score at will, and